Alquist, Ashburn, Calderon, Cedillo, Cogdill, Corbett, Correa, Cox, Denham, DeSaunier, Ducheney, Dutton, Emerson, Flores, Hancock, Harmon, Hollingsworth, Huff, Kehoe, Leno, Liu, Lowenthal, Negrete McLeod, Oropesa, Padilla, Pavley, Price, Romero, Runner, Smidian, Steinberg, Strickland, Walters, Wiggins, Wolk, Wright, Weiland, Yee. Madam President, we are lacking a quorum.
The Secretary notices the absence of a quorum. Sergeants, please call the absent members into the Senate chambers so that we may begin today's business. Members, a quorum is present. Would the members and our guests be on the rail and in the gallery please rise? We will be led in prayer this morning by our guest chaplain, Reverend Jim Richardson, after which please remain standing. We will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag by Senator Negrete McLeod.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be back. Let us pray. Gracious God, we come before you this day with thanks for the many blessings of our life in this great state. We ask that you grant our state leaders clarity of purpose and the wisdom to know what is right. Give them patience and strength to listen to each other, that they may find common ground and courage to act. May they be ever mindful of those who are the most in need, the most vulnerable, and those with no voice. May their deliberations be marked by your generosity and grace, this day and always. Amen.
Privileges of the floor. Messages from the Assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committee, Mr. Secretary, please read. These will be deemed read. Amendments adopted. Under motions, resolutions, and notices. Without objection, the following resolutions will be withdrawn from committee and placed on today's special consent calendar. SCR 98, SCR 99, ACR 135, ACR 171, AJR 31, and AJR 40. Senator Calderon, under motions and resolutions.
Under motions, Madam President, request that item 115 AB 1708 be removed from consent. The
desk will note. Senator Strickland.
Thank you, Madam President. Under motions and resolutions, request that file item 113, AB 2530, be pulled from consent and moved to the inactive file at the request of the author.
The desk will note. Senator Huff.
Thank you, Madam President. At the request of the author, I'd like to remove file item number 117, AB 346, from the consent calendar for the purpose of taking up amendments.
The desk will note. Any other item under motions and resolutions? Introductions and first reading of bills. The bills are deemed read. Under our consideration of the daily file, under second reading file, Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1841, 1894, 2158, ACR 130 with amendments, AB 2294 with amendments, 1641 with amendments,
The
177.
bills will be deemed read. Members, we will go ahead and begin with the unfinished business file. Senator Harmon, for what purpose do you rise?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Madam President, at the request of the author, I'd like to have file item number 133 on the special consent calendar removed from the calendar. That's AB 2416 for purposes of amendment. And also file item 129 on the special consent calendar, AB 2418, removed for purposes of amendment.
The desk will note. Senator Leno, for what purpose do you rise?
Madam President, I'd like to request that the following items be moved to the inactive file, please. That would be item 27, SB 1347, item 28, SB 1470, item 31, SB 1264, item 32, SB 1291, and lastly, item 33, SB 1212.
The desk will note.
Thank you.
Senator Cogdill.
Thank you very much. I'd like to request that item number 29, SB 1457, be moved to the inactive file.
The desk will note. Senator Price.
Thank you, Madam President. Please, I'd like to request that file item 81, AB 2509, be moved to the inactive file.
The desk will note. Any other item under motions and resolutions? Okay, on the unfinished business file, we have 3 items. File item 18, Senator Yee. Are you prepared to take up file item 18? Okay, pass. File item 19, Senator Runner. Okay, Secretary will read. File item 19.
Senate Bill 179 by Senator Runner, an act relating to juveniles.
Thank you, Madam President and members. Right now, parental rights termination orders must be mailed and the clock doesn't start until the notice is received. SB 179 will allow the court personnel to serve a parent or guardian if they are in the court with termination orders and an explanation of their right to appeal. This is to help process and speed up the adoptive processes for families. I'd ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, Secretary, call the roll.
Onnested? Aye. Alquist? Aye. Ashburn? Aye. Calderon? Aye. Cedillo? Cogdill? Aye. Corbett? Aye. Correa? Cox? Denham? DeSaulnier? Aye. Ducheney? Dutton? Oh, Ducheney, aye. Dutton, aye. Emerson? Aye. Flores? Hancock? Aye. Harmon? Aye. Hollingsworth? Aye. Huff? Aye. Kehoe? Leno? Aye. Liu? Aye. Lowenthal? Aye. Negrete McLeod? Oropesa? Padilla? Pavley? Aye. Price? Aye. Romero?
Aye.
Aye. Runner? Aye. Semidian? Steinberg? Aye. Strickland? Aye. Walters? Aye. Wiggins? Wolk? Aye. Wright? Aye. Wyland? Yee? Yee, aye. Cedillo, aye. Correa, aye.
Ayes 29, noes 0. The amendments are concurred in. File item 30, Senator Wright. Secretary, please read.
20, isn't it?
File item 20. Secretary, please read.
Senate Joint Resolution 21 by Senator Wright relative to the Port of Chicago disaster.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, you may recall we voted on SJR 21 a couple of weeks ago. The Assembly amendments added 72 co-authors. The bill that we voted on is still the same. It deals with the disaster from World War II. Again, the only thing the Senate amendments did was they added 72 co-authors. I would ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion or debate? Is there any objection to using our unanimous roll call? Seeing none. Ayes 29, no 0. The amendments are concurred in. Members, we will turn to Senate Bill's third reading file. File item 21, Senator Simitian. Not here. File item 22, Senator Liu. Pass. File item 23, Senator Hancock. Pass. File item 24, Senator DeSaulnier. Pass. File item 25, Senator Duchesne. Pass. File item 26, pass again. File item 27, Senator Leno. Pass. File item 28, Senator Leno. File item 29, Senator Cogdill. Pass. File item 30, Senator Walters. Pass. File item 31, Senator Leno. Pass. File item 32, Senator Leno. Okay. Okay, the rest have gone to inactive. Members, we are at Assembly Bill's third reading file. Let me begin by asking if there is a member who is prepared to take up an item on Assembly Bill third reading file. Senator Wolk, which item?
File item 54.
54? Secretary, please read. File item 54. Excuse me, that measure is not eligible. Amendments are pending.
Thank you.
Good try. Is there any other member who has an item under Assembly Bill's third reading file who's prepared to take up this item at this time? I see no one is there. Okay, members, we do have a consent calendar. These are items 99 to 119. Secretary, please read the consent calendar.
Assembly Bill 1986, 2271, 1717, 1921, 1660, 1784, 1684, 2619, 2674, Assembly Joint Resolution 16, Assembly Bill 1962, 1965, 2184, 2488, 2081, 2002, 2120, and 2243.
Members, we do have the consent calendar, file items 99 to 119. The Secretary has read those. Is there any objection to using the unanimous roll call and adding on Senator Flores and Senators Negrete McLeod? No objection. Ayes 31, no 0. The consent calendar is adopted. Senator Hancock for a very special recognition.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I would just like to introduce to members of the State Senate my daughter, Lita Hancock, who is visiting here from Vermont. She has never in the entire 8 years that I've been in the legislature been in these hallowed halls watching us do the people's business. So I'd just like to introduce her to all of you, my wonderful colleagues, my daughter, Lita.
Welcome to the California State Senate. Senator Yee wishes to take up file item 89. Secretary, please read file item 89.
Assembly Bill 1748 by Assembly Member Hill, an act relating to alcoholic beverages.
Thank you very much, Madam President and Senators. AB 1748 has unanimous support and no opposition. It's a district bill. What it basically will do is to allow the San Mateo Community College to sell alcohol at special events. This is no different than in other situations where you had school districts given that particular authority. The community college basically have established a new dining facility, and they want to use this to host events and reception. With that, urgent I vote.
Is there any discussion or debate? Senator Runner on this item? Is there any objection to using the unanimous roll call on this item? Seeing none, ayes 31, no 0. The bill is passed. Senator Runner, which item?
I'd like to go to AB 1643. It's actually the same kind of issue that Senator Lee just brought up.
Okay, AB 1643.
AB 1643.
Which item? This is file item 95. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1643 by Assembly Member Smythe, enacting to alcoholic beverages and declaring the urgency thereof to take effect immediately.
Thank you, Madam President. Following the same theme, this is a bill to allow College of the Canyons and a new facility to permit them to have the same ability in regards to the alcohol beverage. It's clear that they cannot do this in the presence when their facility is used for a K-12 when K-12 students are in the facility, but they do use this facility for receptions and would like this ability. I'd ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion or debate? Is there any objection to using the unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 31, no 0. The bill is passed. Does any other member have an item that they wish to take up at this time? Senator Steinberg, the desk is clear. Okay, let's move to appointments.
Thank you, Madam President. This is the nomination of Floyd B. Hayhurst as a member of the Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training. Mr. Hayhurst was heard yesterday in the Rules Committee and approved on a 4-0 vote. No opposition. We urge an aye vote.
Is there any discussion or debate on this item? Is there any objection to us substituting the unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 31, no 0. The nominee is confirmed.
Thank you, Madam President. If the desk is clear, I want to announce session 1 o'clock on Monday, and of course next week again we'll be on the call of the pro tem, given the time of year that it is, and continue budget work between the houses and among the houses today, tomorrow, and over the weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Steinberg. Senator Romero, you're recognized at your desk.
Adjournment in the memory of?
Senator Romero.
President and members of the Senate, I'd like to ask for you to join me in adjourning the Senate today in memory of my godfather, my uncle Ernesto Romero. My uncle Ernest was my father's younger brother, and together my father and my godfather shared stories of growing up during the Depression, of the Works Progress Administration, of what life was like working on farms in New Mexico, always believing in an American dream. They both served in the United States Army together. They came back and were even more committed to understanding the rights and privileges of citizenship. And together, my godfather and my father shared with all of us, we have large families, just the dignity of work, the pride of our background, the importance for all of us to gain an education and to give back. I lost my godfather. He suffered from Alzheimer's. I had a chance to see him about 10 days before he passed. I will miss him dearly. He played a very important role in my life, and I'd like to ask you to adjourn today in his memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Romero. Senator Wright.
Certainly not as somber as the loss of a loved one. Would like to remind members that we're going to resume a white suit day on Monday, the 28th. We had to postpone from a couple of weeks ago, but we'll resume on this Monday, the 28th, and everything that we were planning to do before we'll do on the 28th, this coming Monday. So make sure that you bring proper attire with you.
Senator Price.
Adjourn in memory.
Senator Price.
I'm asking the House to adjourn in the memory of Officer Philip Ortiz. California Highway Patrol Officer Philip Ortiz faithfully served the people of California as a CHP officer for 28 years. He joined the California Highway Patrol Academy in August of 1982. He graduated from the CHP Academy in December of 82 and reported to the Central Los Angeles area in January of 1983. Officer Ortiz became a motor officer in February of 1984 and transferred to the West Los Angeles area in 1990. On June 9, 2010, Philip was conducting an enforcement stop on I-405 North, just south of National Boulevard, when he was struck from behind by a motorist driving on the right shoulder of the freeway. Officer Ortiz succumbed to his injuries on June the 22nd at approximately 5:50 p.m. He is survived by his wife, parents, sister, and a large extended family. He was the senior motor officer for the West Los Angeles area and had served the people of California for over 27 years. On behalf of the state of California and the citizens of the 26th Senate District, I'd like to extend our heartfelt condolences to Officer Ortiz's family, his loved ones, and the West LA CHP officers at this time of grief.
Thank you, Senator Price. Members, any other business before the Senate? Seeing none, the Senate will be in recess until 3:30, at which time the adjournment motion will be made. We'll reconvene, as the Pro Tem has mentioned, Monday at 1 p.m. The Senate is now in recess.